What's going on, drinking buddies? Real quick, before we get into this week's episode, just a quick word from our sponsors, the people that make this happen, the people that allow me to have some beer money, see the world, get drunk in other places. You know how it is. We are brought to you this week by our friends at Vinyl Me Please. Vinyl Me Please is the Record of the Month Club, the best damn Record of the Month Club. In fact, every month, Vinyl Me Please features one album that is essential to the modern vinyl collection. Each record is pressed exclusively for Vinyl Me Please, and it features things that you can't get anywhere else. Bonus tracks, inserts, color variants, and it comes packaged with a 12x12 album-inspired art print and custom cocktail pairing. How can you beat that? Awesome vinyl, great music, and a custom cocktail. All things that speak to my heart. So if you want to check out Vinyl Me Please, it is month to month, no commitment required. This isn't like your record clubs of old. Check it out today at joinvmp.com/ANWD. Once again, that is joinvmp.com/ANWD. We're also brought to you this week by our friends at Ghost Tequila. Ghost Tequila is a 100% agave Blanco tequila that is ghost pepper infused. It is amazing. Seriously. You shoot it or make it into cocktails and it just goes down smooth. And, oh, the spicy aftertaste. It really gets you going. Before I go out at night, I'll bang a couple back just to get the party started. So if you're not in one of the lucky states where Ghost Tequila is available, go to www.ghosttequila.com, pick yourself up a bottle today, and don't forget, folks, drink responsibly. Last but certainly not least, we are brought to you by our friends at Laughable. Laughable is the #1 comedy podcast app on iOS. Not only can you subscribe to your favorite show, you can subscribe to your favorite performers. You like a comedian or podcaster? Type their name into the search bar, subscribe to them, and whenever they appear on someone else's podcast, boom, they show up right in your subscription list. You can download episodes to the app, and when you're finished listening to them, it automatically deletes them. It is the best app. If you're on Android, I know you've been hearing forever, it's coming soon. I swear to you, it's coming soon. Go to www.laughable.com, get on the waiting list. The second it's out, they will let you know, and then you can use Laughable like the rest of us. iOS listeners, there is no reason you are not listening to this on iOS listeners, there is no reason you're not listening to this on Laughable right now. Go to the App Store, it's 100% free. All right. So, this week's episode is my good friend Shay Ryan. Shay is an old school Burning Angel performer. She doesn't perform anymore. These days, she is the CFO of James Dean Productions. We don't really talk all that much about porn, but we do talk about metal, a lot of sacrilege, why immortality just won't work, and a whole lot more. So kick back, pop a cold one, and enjoy, guys. Right in the ear holes.
Right in the ear hole.
Just one? It's only going in one? Or in one, out the other?
I got both the ear holes.
Ooh, both the ear holes.
Both ear holes.
Before we got on air, I got immediately asked about the pile of ring pops in my dining room or kitchen.
You're a grown man with like a giant box of ring pops.
I do. I am. And it's there because I committed to a bit.
But I'm offended.
You're offended that I
tell the story.
A friend of mine, who will remain nameless to protect the guilty or innocent at the moment, depending on how she's feeling. We were drunk. I'm like, oh, girl, I'll put a ring on it. And no, you won't. Yeah, it's one of those type deals.
Mm-hmm.
So my drunk ass goes to Amazon and goes to order ring pops. But apparently, ring pops are much cheaper if you buy them in bulk.
Everything's cheaper if you buy it in bulk.
Sometimes it actually equals out to about the same unit price. Well, they scam you.
You're doing shitty shopping.
Well, obviously, I bought bulk ring pops. Obviously, I'm doing shitty shopping.
I think that's great shopping.
So buying 44 ring pops is much cheaper than buying 10.
Yes.
So next time she came by, I put a ring on it. She giggled and, left me at... No, that was the different one that left me at the altar. But
You need to stop getting drunk and, like, trying to marry people.
it's the only way I'm ever going to get married.
Do it. Just, why do you... Don't get married. It's a trap.
Well,
Not
obviously.
that I would know.
But I need someone to float my body down the Ganges.
I can do that for you.
Aw, you would?
I would.
You think you're going to outlive me? Awesome.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Ouch. Ouch. I'm a little offended that you feel I'm in such poor health.
Well, I'm offended that you didn't give me a ring pop. Well, you did give me a ring pop, but you did not ask to put a ring on it. Slightly offended.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm
not
sorry.
special. It's cool. It's all
The
good.
night's young. You have other fingers.
Just see me as a friend.
You have other fingers. I can put a ring on another one.
Well, yeah, because this ring pop's not going to last very long, so I'm going to have to get another one.
Exactly. So I can get down on knee and be like, Shannon.
Will you be able to get up once you're down on it?
How out of shape do you think I am? Jesus.
It was more in reference to your age, not your health.
Oh, my arthritis.
Yes.
I'll be able to get back up. You'll just hear popping and creaking when I stand back up.
Like an old floor.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like when women walk all over me.
Oh, that was a good one.
Occasionally I'm fucking funny.
Nailed it.
Previous episodes may say otherwise, but occasionally. I haven't even
think
had a
you're
drink
all
yet.
right.
Cheers, by the way. Thank you for doing the show.
You are so welcome. That was a good clink.
It was. I thought it was super cute that you were like, I'm nervous.
I don't do this. I'm like a hermit crab.
A hermit who I used to run into at bars all the time.
Now I'm old and like, I'm not that old, but like I go, I'm busy.
You're like, I'm responsible. I'm an executive.
Yeah, but I'm also like old soul.
There we go. Cool.
Is that better?
It is.
Good.
We want the people at home to be able to hear you.
I know, and I have a quiet voice.
I know. And the problem is, because I project so much, if I turn you up too much, there'll be a lot of me in your mic.
It already is. I can hear you're like infiltrating my brain.
Right in the ear hole.
Right through my ear holes. You are infiltrating my brain.
I'll haunt your dreams.
Please don't. I don't sleep well as it is, and like
What, dreams of me and ring pops won't be a pleasurable dream for you?
not particularly.
Who's just a friend now?
There's a long list of you. It's a long list of just friends.
Oh, baby, you
beat
got
me.
what I need. Anyways, enough of the audience. Like, they're like, yep, this episode's over. Tuning out.
Goodbye.
Matt's singing already.
Is that a bad thing? You're like,
Oh, I'm a horrible singer.
yeah, but that's like the fun of it.
Well, that is also the best song to sing horribly because the original's pretty
Because
bad.
Biz Marquis sings it terribly.
Right?
Fucking love that song. I play it on piano too.
That's amazing.
So good.
Why is there not video of you playing?
There is.
Is there?
Yeah, there's like an Instagram somewhere.
I will find it. I will
so
link it
good.
in the show description.
Here, please watch this terrible rendition of Biz Marquis on piano.
He plays piano in it.
I know he does.
Well, I was talking to our very young audience
Oh.
that probably should be in bed, not listening to this podcast.
Go to bed.
It's a podcast. They could be listening to this at any time. Who knows?
Yeah, it's like 8 a.m. They're like driving to school.
Well, they should definitely be in bed at 8 a.m. Fuck being up that early.
What?
I'm up that early all the time.
I was going to say, really? I'm like, that's half my day is done.
No, most mornings I'm actually out the door by about 6 a.m. So,
Ugh, no.
except this morning, I got home at 5 a.m.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was not much fun. That's why I had to take a nap before the show.
I wish I took a nap. But no.
But no.
I ate Chinese food instead.
I slept till noon. I ate sushi. I ate too much sushi.
I love... Where'd you get sushi from, though?
Midori and Encino?
Oh, you were working in Encino?
No, I drove up there to meet up with people.
Oh, I was like, why would you do that?
Because there's no good all-you-can-eat places in Hollywood.
There's no good at anything in Hollywood. That's not true at all.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
And like Veggie Grill. What?
Okay.
Veggie Grill is delicious.
Sure.
Have you ever been there?
No.
See? No.
Well, yeah, because Blue Sea Sushi's right next door.
Do you know what they say about assumptions?
Something about ass? Anal play, maybe?
No.
Well, it's an ass in you and me. I mean,
Exactly.
that generally involves anal play.
Well, no, not technically. Oh, yeah, because there's the you and the me in there.
Yep.
Damn it. I thought I had you.
Afraid not. So what the hell have you been up to, by the way?
Oh, my God. Well, there's running the James Dean Empire. There's going to school, which I'm finally a senior in college.
Woohoo!
Yeah, but then I'm going to go to law school for, like, forever.
I feel like you've been a senior longer than Van Wilder.
Probably.
And less partying. Slightly.
Yeah. I don't even... Yeah.
There was definitely a point where you...
I know. I'm boring now. I don't know what happened.
It obviously wasn't that long ago. Last time I saw you, we left the whiskey, ended up on a tour bus, and then ended up at an after party.
We did. You know, sometimes I go out and I'm like, not boring. And then things, on the nights that I go out and there's actually things happening, I go too far. There's no like middle ground when I go out. It's either like incredibly boring and I have like a drink and watch hockey on the big screen, or like I'm trashed out of my fucking mind and like getting finger banged by a dude on the side of the road.
That night, where did the finger banging happen?
On the side of the road.
Oh, really? That was that night? That was.
Yeah.
I know you left with someone. I didn't know how it progressed after you left.
Yeah. I don't remember how it got there, though.
Well, generally a finger is inserted into you is how that happens.
I know how that happens, okay? No, that's right. I remember. So this dude, okay, is a dude that I used to have beef with. We used to hate each other. We caused like a massive fight at the Cobalt Cafe.
Okay, what happened? Set the scene for us.
Okay. It was 2013, maybe. I don't really remember. His band was playing at the Cobalt Cafe where I used to frequent a lot. And I moshed and it was sick. Basically, so his band had this really terrible singer. Like singer would be in quotations if you could
Frontman.
Frontman. So he said something, I flipped him off. He called me a cunt from the stage. My friends didn't like that. And
I wonder why.
Who knows? And since my friends were like the local Cobalt kids, they decided that it was a good idea to pull them off of stage and beat their asses. And someone was getting chased down the street with a hammer by like the dude that ran the venue. It
sounds like they weren't getting paid that night.
It was a shit show.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, it was a fucking mess. So fast forward, like, I don't know, till, what was that, in February? February
sounds about right.
So we're at the whiskey, seeing the buddies.
Seeing the
homies.
Having a good old time.
Yes. And I see the dude. Not the one that called me a cunt, but they had two frontmen because metalcore.
Well, you have to. It's you're required.
Like one is half shitty, so you have to have the other one to like pick up the pace.
To be the other half shitty?
Yeah, exactly. Someone's got to pick up the slack. So I see homeboy at the bar, and since I'm such a nice, friendly person, I buy him a drink. And he apologizes to me for all the shit he caused and how much of a dick he used to be to me.
And how much he almost got his own ass kicked.
Yes.
He's apologizing for a near-death experience that he caused.
Yes. Well, he should apologize.
I agree.
He was a fucking dick. So I buy him a drink. We hang out the rest of the night. Whatever. We end up going to this after party, which you're at.
Well, we were on the bus for a little while first.
We were on the bus. I don't remember that at all. No recollection.
The bus was a little hazy for me. The part I do remember is someone trying to go for a double leg takedown on Ashley Evans Smith.
I don't remember that at all.
So
no recollection.
For my audience at home, I didn't know Ashley at the time, but she is a UFC fighter.
Oh, so you got fucked up.
Oh, not me. I watched someone else do this.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I am not in the habit of just trying to double leg take down random women I don't know.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Me too.
That's a respectful quality.
Well, yeah, then my joints wouldn't take it.
Because you're old.
Exactly. But I'm sitting on the bus bullshitting with the homies, and like she steps on the bus, and dude goes to double leg takedown her, and she immediately guillotines him.
Yes.
And I watch enough MMA to be like, that's a legit guillotine. And then I learn who she is later on in the night. I'm like, oh, cool.
That makes sense.
That makes sense why she pulled off a legit guillotine.
I have no recollection of that.
Then it's like, oh, we're having an after party up in the hills. I'm like, all right.
I do remember that. That was an odd after party.
It was.
It was so strange.
Rad tacos.
There were rad tacos. There were super rad tacos. And I remember I got yelled at because I tried to play the piano in the house, but I was too hammered and it sounded terrible.
Like Biz Markie?
I think it was worse than Bismarck. It was so bad. So we got sent out of the house. I don't think we were supposed to be in the house anyway.
Yeah, we were only like allowed to use the bathrooms in the house.
Well, that's not what I did.
You get finger banged in the house too?
I did not get finger banged in the house. That didn't happen.
That you recall.
That I recall. Which it very well could have, because I don't remember half that night. Apparently. I don't remember the bus. I don't think I was on the bus. I think you're imagining that.
I just assumed you were on the bus because we were at the whiskey together and then everyone's like, we're going to the bus.
I don't know.
I may have been a little inebriated.
Yeah, a little.
I drink occasionally. A little.
Uh-huh. So, we're at the after party. They had a pool.
They did.
But was there anyone in the pool? I don't remember anyone getting in the pool.
I feel like some of the band dudes were in the pool.
Vaguely remember that. Anyway, so apparently, and this I still don't have any recollection of, but homeboy told me that this happened. So apparently, we're super hammered. We just reconciled fucking almost a decade of beef between us. And apparently I was like, hey, we should make out. And he was like, okay. So we go outside. I have to leave because I had a dude to go home to. My bad. I will own up to that shit. My fault. So we go outside. That road was strange. It was like a big bend.
Well, yeah, it was the hills.
Yeah, I know. So there was that huge bend, right? And I had parked in this weird dirt area.
As you do in the hills?
As you do in the hills, because it's fucking the hills and it's weird. So anyway, we're making out on the side of the road. All of a sudden, boom, hand down my pants. Finger bang, side of the road. Thought I was going to get, like, sideswiped by a car.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you thought you were going to get lucky.
I did. It was really disappointing.
Aw.
No, it was disappointing that that I didn't get lucky.
Oh,
I stopped at finger banging.
What are you in high school?
Apparently, not really.
I mean, if you gotta cheat, you're gonna cheat all the way.
That's what I know. Well, I did eventually.
Oh, I know.
I did eventually with the same dude.
And a different dude.
No. Yes.
Yes. Because we've previously talked about this.
Oh yes. But you know what? You want to know what's super fucked?
Definitely.
So this all fucking happened like this past February.
Right.
So I haven't gotten laid since the cheating happened.
Aw.
That's like 8 months.
Right?
Not 7 months. 7.
7.
It's September now.
Yeah.
7 months.
7 months.
I think that's the longest I've gone since I was like 15. That's fucked up.
That is horrible.
Right? This is bad. This is not good. Maybe I'll get laid tonight. Not by you.
Like, whoa. I mean, you wouldn't be the first guest to just be like, hey, it's on. I'm like, okay.
Someone else.
Don't worry.
Not the booty call.
The Pornhub Awards are happening somewhere in the next vicinity.
Oh,
there are
God.
someone who's willing to give you the business.
Pass.
Hard pass?
Hard pass. Super hard pass. And I'm not in pass because I'm not a performer, so.
Well, that's what condoms are for.
This is true.
We believe that safe sex exists.
It does. Well, not necessarily. This is the thing.
Safer.
Safer. There's no such thing as safe sex, but only safer sex.
Right?
Unless you're like, I don't know, outside the jeans, like
That's not
dry
sex.
humping. But that's not sex. Well,
No, and still, if you bring someone to orgasm, it could drip somewhere.
that seems like a very complicated process. Can you imagine if that was the only way you could get pregnant?
Dry humping?
Yeah, like there was like, I have to grab your semen and.
Holy shit. Where did I hear this? I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, no.
I think it was part of someone's comedy routine. About about a woman who didn't have a vagina and blew someone to completion and then got stabbed, and the knife wound caused the semen to make it into her uterus.
That can't be real.
I might be imagining all this, but I feel like it was part of someone's comedy routine. I'll Google it right now.
Just because part of someone's comedy routine, that doesn't mean it's like a fact.
Well, I'm not trying to state it like it's a fact. I'm stating it as rumor and hearsay that I heard.
Gotcha. A hypothetical.
That I'm going to Google right now.
Good, because I really want to hear the story.
Oh my God. It is on ABC News from 2010.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible. Can you imagine, like, you got stabbed, right? Like, that's shitty enough that you got stabbed and then you're fucking pregnant on top of it?
Holy fuck. It is a super old story. It's an old article and an older story.
Okay.
So here's the headline.
All right. I'm ready.
Oral sex, a knife fight, and then sperm still impregnated girl.
I wish I wrote that. I'm like, someone fucking beat me to the punch. God damn it.
In 1988, a 15-year-old girl living in a small town in southern Africa came to a local doctor's with all the symptoms of a woman being alert, but the doctors were quickly puzzled because, upon examination, she didn't have a vagina.
I want to know what they mean by that.
Inspection of the vulva showed no vagina, only a shallow skin dimple.
Interesting.
So the doctors delivered a healthy baby boy via cesarean.
My mind is fucking blown right now.
And she was only 15, so... By looking at her records, the hospital staff realized the young woman was in the hospital 270 days earlier with a knife wound to her stomach. The average pregnancy lasts 280 days. After interviews that gathered just before she was stabbed in the abdomen, she had practiced fellatio on her new boyfriend and was caught in the act by her former lover. The fight with knives ensued. The girl arrived at the stomach with an empty stomach, therefore with a little stomach acid around. The doctors found 2 holes from stab wounds that opened her stomach up to her abdomen cavity. The case report said the doctors washed her stomach out with a salt solution and stitched her up. A plausible explanation for the pregnancy is that the sperm gained access to the reproductive organs via the injured gastrointestinal tract.
This is probably like the most scientifically like educational episode.
Don't worry, there's much more
Like,
ignorant shit coming.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Like the reading rainbow, like, ding.
So for the ladies at home, don't get into knife fights after sucking dick.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
That seems like
Suck that dick, no knife fight.
Right?
Or knife fight, no sucking dick.
That just seems like a horrible, like, you got stabbed, which fucking sucks.
Right.
And then you got pregnant, which like ultra sucks.
And you don't even have a vagina.
And you don't have yeah, that's like, nope.
Someone needs to follow up, see where that kid is, see if it's Jesus.
Yes. Is there not an update? We don't get an update?
I mean, I clicked away from the article because I went to the important part.
Plus, it's from like 30 years ago.
So Jesus was in his 30s?
Was he?
I think so.
I don't know.
I'm a Jew! I think he was a carpenter.
I think he was a carpenter too. Only because I've seen so many license plate frames that talk about him being a carpenter. And I think I heard that in like Sunday school.
Did they make him like saw his own cross?
I feel like I would have.
Right?
Like if this motherfucker like, oh, I'm gonna hang this dude up. Oh, he's a carpenter. Like, let's make his life ultra miserable. Here, you're gonna fuck. That's like making someone build their own coffin.
Hey, man. I feel like your cross needs another coat of finish.
Yeah. Can you, that angle is a little off. It's not exactly 90 degrees. Can you fix it, please?
Actually, if I was Jesus and I knew I was going up on that motherfucker, I'd just keep fucking up the cuts. Be like, it's not good yet. I got to redo it.
Right.
It won't support my weight.
Yeah, just make it super faulty. That's what I would do.
Just faulty cross.
So was he an idiot?
Or he just believed in good craftsmanship.
So much pride in his craftsmanship
Right.
that he didn't want to save his own life. He's like, no, but people will think I'm a terrible carpenter.
Right? And he knew he was coming back.
I don't want that as my eulogy. Jesus was terrible carpenter. That's it. Poor
See?
guy.
Hey, he must have really done a good job with the cross. It's still an enduring symbol.
Exactly. Dude, I'd be so pissed though. Like if someone hung me up on a fucking cross and I died, and then all of my followers were like, oh, crosses for Jesus. Like, cool, thank you for the reminder. That's exactly what I need when I come back to life. Just seems like a terrible flashback. Like, you don't think he has PTSD of crosses?
Yeah, probably. Just everywhere he goes, like, really? That's how I died, guys.
That's so shitty. That's terrible. I don't like it.
But he must have made an amazing cross, because according to this article I just found,
Oh, jeez.
many civilizations crucified people before Jesus.
So that was like a thing.
It was a thing. And Jesus made such a baller cross that his was the one that was remembered.
Right? Like, that's what you remember? The most bitchin' cross ever.
It had rims,
It's got flames on it. Gold nails.
rhinestones on it,
Oh my god. Can you imagine?
spinners on the bottom.
Where would you put a spinner on a... What?
I said rims earlier. I'm just running with it.
I don't know.
The most baller cross.
Yeah, just like the cross to end all crosses. That's the one that Jesus
It's
gets.
30 feet high.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Exactly.
Literally.
Literally Jesus Christ.
I don't know. But do you think Jesus was white, though?
No.
Right? That seems very unrealistic.
He's born in the Middle East.
That's what I'm saying.
He was a brown person for
Dude
sure.
was for sure brown. This is bullshit.
Probably had curly hair.
Everything I know is a lie.
That wasn't a finger that went inside you.
No! It was the most baller crucifix ever.
Oh, shit. They do make crucifix dildos.
You know what? I have...
You have one?
No, listen. Do you like the band Ghost?
Oh, the band Ghost. Yes.
Yes, the band Ghost. Sorry, I didn't enunciate.
My brain... I'm a little sleep deprived. My brain's like, huh?
The band.
I thought you said Van
Ghost.
Gogh. I'm like, what?
Yeah, don't you know Van Gogh?
Actually, I do.
Oh, okay. But the band Ghost
Yes.
made, like, they made butt plugs. They made, like, a dildo with the dude's, the singer's name is Papa Emeritus.
Yeah.
They're on, like, the... Oh, no, now he's, like, a cardinal or some shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's not the Pope anymore.
Yeah, he's not the Pope. Now he's, like, a cardinal. But I definitely have a Ghost butt plug somewhere. Somewhere. I don't know
Have you
where.
used it?
Yeah, of course I have. Like a little butt plug go to waste.
Well, it doesn't go to waste. I mean, it's not like it's probably made of plastic. It's not going to biodegrade.
not.
It's going to outlive you. It's going to outlive your grandchildren.
It's made of metal, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, fancy.
It's like a legit, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Well, I'm glad to see bands put money into their merch.
Right? That's what didn't Motorhead make something too?
I wouldn't surprise me at all.
I think they made a vibrator. If I remember correctly.
I could also see Motorhead rolling out with an Iron Cross vibrator.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
But could be.
Oh, I love Motorhead.
Me too. Rest in peace, Lemmy.
Right?
Actually, the whole original lineup's dead.
They're all dead. Why can't they resurrect? How come they didn't have good crosses? This is bullshit. I won't fucking let me back, god damn it.
Right? How did Lemmy die and Keith Richards is still alive?
I don't know. Isn't Keith Richards like a pirate or some shit?
Essentially.
Right?
Well, that means he should have died of scurvy a long time ago.
Maybe he's like already embalmed.
Could be.
And he's just, I don't know. How old is Keith Richards?
The internet will tell us. But here's the other thing about Keith Richards. He abused opiates. Maybe he was just so relaxed, the lack of stress.
Right? That would make sense. Because Lemmy did what?
Speed.
Speed. Yeah. Makes you tense. And
Yep.
angry.
Keith Richards was born in 1943.
Holy shit. That seems so much longer. It seems so far away, even though it's not.
Lemmy was 2 years younger.
Holy shit. It's always so weird when you look at people's ages and you don't realize that they were in the same time period. There's a word for that and I can't think of what it is right now.
Generation?
Nope.
Era?
Nope. No, for people that are in the same generation. There's a word for it. I can't remember what it is right now.
Baby boomers?
No! It's like peers, but...
Yeah, well, Piers works.
God damn it. Now I gotta look. Now I have to Google. It's gonna fucking...
the Google heavy episode with a lot of sacrilege.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. I want to see that baller cross.
Right? God damn it. You know what Google's letting me down right now. It keeps coming up pier, and it's like synonyms. Squint.
Squint? I've never heard that one in my life. Like, you and I are not squints.
No, it's like pulling up the wrong definition. Like the wrong form of pier.
Oh, like a pier, like where you dock a boat?
No, like peering at someone.
Oh, okay.
A verb. I can't. Nope. I don't know.
I think it's not that important.
It's not.
Then again, if Lemmy had resurrected, he would just be back at Rainbow and no one would have noticed.
Would it? No, they would have noticed. Did you go to the Lemmy opening thing?
I did not. It was too much of a shit show. I was down the street.
I tried. One of my best friends, he has a Motorhead like face tattoo. It takes up like his entire jaw. So he obviously had to go to the Lemmy Memorial at Rainbow, but he was way too fucked to drive. So I drove out to like Whittier to go pick his ass up to take him to the Lemmy Memorial.
You're a good friend.
I know. I'm a very good friend. People don't realize that enough. So I pick his ass up in Whittier. We drive down to Hollywood. I have to get back home because I have like a human that I take care of. So I'm running late because this motherfucker is like, oh, I need to hang out and like do some more illegal things before we drive to Hollywood. I'm like, okay, like checking my fucking
That's what you
clock.
do in Whittier, though, isn't it? Just commit
Well,
crimes.
that's also what you do like on the way to go celebrate Lemmy.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. It's like the spirit of Lemmy. You just like have to
Do some speed.
shove things up your nose. I don't know.
No, Lemmy was against cocaine.
Well, my friend is not. So we're rolling down Sunset. Yes.
Yeah, something.
Sunset. We're going down Sunset. And so I park in like the little fucking valet parking at the Rainbow. I get out of my car. I literally walk up to the sidewalk and I check my clock and I have to leave.
Oh, no.
So I got no Lemmy celebration. I didn't get to get hammered. I didn't do shit. I got to see the statue for 30 seconds.
Bummer.
Right?
That's bullshit.
I feel very taken advantage of.
That man owes you a drink.
That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to celebrate Lemmy. But no.
I'm bummed. I should have gone to his birthday party. I didn't go.
I didn't go either.
But then he was dead like days later.
So yeah, so it's like
And then I didn't go to the celebration because I was down the street at Rock and Riley's and it was just like, that is too many people to try to wade through.
there were so many people. It was great people watching though.
Oh, I bet.
It was fantastic.
I am very happy though. I did get to go to Jeff Hanneman's memorial.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the public one at the Palladium. Why?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the last band that I saw at the Palladium. DeAntword.
Oh, that band.
Yeah, I saw DeAntword.
How are they live?
Actually, you know what? It was a really good show. They put on a really good show.
I'm not super into their music, but their videos
I'm not
are
either.
mesmerizing.
They are. Except the like blackface thing. I don't like that. Fuck it. But they put on a really, really good show, and I'm not a huge fan of them. I got dragged with this dude.
All these dudes just dragging you places.
I know. It's a problem.
Especially since you haven't been laid in 8 months.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
If dudes are dragging you places, they gotta give you the business.
Well, when DeAntword was like 2 years ago or something.
Well, thankfully you've gotten laid since then.
Thank God. I think I would die.
I don't think that'll kill you, but...
It might. The stress could give me a heart attack. Or a stroke. Do you know stress leads to strokes? I didn't know that.
Yep. I'm expecting one any minute
Right?
now.
Me too. Ever since I read this, it was like an article on Twitter that I saw about stress causing the stroke of this like 25-year-old. And all the article did was stress me out more. I was like, great, I'm going to have a fucking heart attack. And then my stress level just like went through the roof because I thought I was going to have a heart attack all day. Or a stroke, sorry.
Why do you think I've gone gray? It's all stress.
I'm kind of jealous. I want grays.
In your beard?
My beard. Every time I shave my head, I like look. I'm like, are any of you gray? But no.
Yeah, I'm getting them up around my temples too and shit.
I see that. Do you have gray eyebrow hairs yet?
No, some gray chest hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't. It just. What is it? You have an NC-17 tattoo?
Oh yeah, you've never seen that?
Why would I have seen that? Like, where would I have...
I show people.
That's weird.
Why is that weird?
Because it's like in a hidden, like you have to like take your... Oh, okay, that's fair. Then why did you... Oh, you were showing me your chest hair.
Right,
Which
I was
you
just...
totally could have done by pulling down your collar instead of just like flashing me your boobs.
The nips need to be free.
That sounded mean. It wasn't intended.
It was accurate, but mean.
No, it wasn't. No. You don't have boobs.
They're an A cup.
Do you need a training bra?
I do.
We'll take you. Let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping. Let's get something lacy for me.
Oh. Something to enhance your gray chest hair?
Oh, yeah. Just gotta push it together. Gray chest hair peeking over the bra.
Oh, that's terrible.
Just think for the next person I bang, it'll be really terrible for them. To be, like, what?
You know, I don't know if I'd be... I'm trying to imagine how I would feel if I like got into bed with a dude and he took his shirt off and there was like this super red lacy bra.
And gray chest hair coming
with
up.
Gray chest hair. I don't know if... I don't think I'd be mad about it. Like, I might be into it. Like, ugh.
There'd definitely be a look of confusion for a little while. Like, what?
I'd just be like caught off guard.
Everyone would be. And then the matching panties to go with it.
I fuck with that.
Gotta match.
You have to have a matching set. It makes you feel like 10 times hotter when you're walking around. Even if you're walking around like a sweatpants. You're like, yeah, but my bra and panties match. Unstoppable.
See, for dudes, I just feel like, does my underwear have holes in it? No.
Say.
Awesome.
Are they clean? Do they have holes in it?
Right? It's always a part of being date ready. Like,
what if I get laid?
Right. If I possibly get laid, I got to make sure I have underwear that does not have holes in it. Which I was super happy about that with my last random hookup. Like, completely out of the blue hookup that happened.
Well, you had that good underwear on?
Yeah, it was like, went back to her place. We were watching Rick and Morty. You know, one thing's leading to another. You know, take my pants off and I look down. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you just get rid of the underwear that doesn't have holes?
Because then I'd have a lot less underwear.
Yeah, but it's not like underwear is like wildly expensive. You could handle buying some then you're always prepared.
I guess when we go bra shopping, we'll buy some underwear too.
Okay, that's a deal. Lacy.
Lacy.
G-string only.
Ugh, my hemorrhoids.
Oh, God. No. How are you sitting okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are your hemorrhoids okay?
Yeah, my hemorrhoids are fine.
You need some witch hazel?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Witches burn away hemorrhoids?
Obviously. Witches burn away everything.
But they have warts on their noses.
Not anymore. Have you ever seen fucking Stevie Nicks?
Yeah. And I did see The Craft.
God.
They were all hot in that.
Fairuza Balk is like the hottest woman on the planet.
I ran into her at my Trader Joe's.
Which Trader Joe's?
The Hollywood.
Why? Okay, why do all Trader Joe's have atrocious parking? Is that like a requirement when they're looking?
They are a German company. They're like, we must be efficient. That was a horrible German accent.
That was terrible, first of all. But it's not efficient parking. I've never been to a Trader Joe's that had like decent, efficient parking. It's all garbage.
They're like, no, we want to be efficient. Take the train.
Oh. Yeah, but then you have to carry all your groceries on the train.
How else do you expect to be a big, strong German? You don't?
I don't.
I had to stop myself from making a master race joke. I had to stop myself, and that may not make it to the final cut.
Thank God. I am German, though.
I found out I'm partially German.
My dad thought he was Irish for a really long time. And he was like devastated when he found out that he was actually German.
Whoops.
Sorry, Grandma.
Fräulein.
Fräulein. Grandma.
Yeah, I found out when I was going through my dad's stuff. It's like, oh, I thought I was all like Czech-Lithuanian on that side of the family. It's like, oh, no, my grandmother on his side was like full-blood German-Austrian.
Huh. Interesting.
That may be where the boozing comes from.
Yes. That would make sense. Have you been to Oktoberfest?
I have. I went last year.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm jealous. I gotta go with you next.
If you go on my social media, there's a picture of me in Lederhosen.
Is there really?
Oh, yeah. How have you not seen this?
Spank bank.
I wouldn't
Adding
say.
it in there.
I wouldn't say that. Lederhosen do not, and me, are not necessarily the most beautiful look in the world.
I don't believe that.
Well, I'm about to show you, so.
I guess I'll make a judgment then.
Oh yeah, the judgment is a coming. Let's see. Drugs in Amsterdam.
Is there anything else to do in Amsterdam?
Drink.
Besides that.
Me and the party lawyer.
I think the lederhosen's a good look. I like it.
I didn't like how the suspenders framed my stomach.
It's like adult overalls.
Oh yeah, no, and they're leather.
I didn't realize they were leather.
I didn't either.
I've been to Germany and I've seen lederhosen and I had no idea they were made of leather.
Yeah, they're made of leather, and they're hard to get your dick out of.
Oh, like to pee?
Yeah.
I always forget that you guys have
Flaps.
like access panels.
I know.
I don't have that luxury, unfortunately.
Well, you could get like the underwear or the pajamas with the flappy bottom.
I could do that.
Right.
But that's not lederhosen. It's not as cool. You guys have access like 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
You have a flap in all of your clothing.
For the most part. But that flap is you got to be an expert when you're drunk to operate it.
Well, leather's, some of it is pretty dang stiff.
Well, and it's also on the lederhosen like a pouch with buttons. So you got to like unbutton the pouch.
I'm trying to like picture the access panel in my head.
Should have not gone off the picture. I fucked up. My bad.
How dare you?
Hold on, I'm getting back to it.
Leather. Lederhosen. That just seems like wildly uncomfortable.
It wasn't bad. Okay, so look at my crotch.
Uh-huh. Holy, that's...
So
okay. That makes sense as to why that would be difficult
yeah,
to navigate.
So you have to unbutton that motherfucker and then pull your dick out. And at Oktoberfest, men's bathroom lines are like women's bathroom lines normally are.
Oh, that's how it is when you go to hockey games. I've never been to a hockey game where the women's line was longer. It's fucking great.
Yeah, but I'm also drinking liter beers at a time.
Yeah, but you bring that on yourself.
No, servers bring that to me.
I have no pity. No pity for your small bladder.
Small bladder. I drank, I believe, about 10 liters of beer.
That's so much beer. How does your stomach... Like, beer just makes me full.
I mean, it was over the course of a day, but I think I was averaging about 2 liters an hour. Maybe 2 liters to every hour and a half or so.
Okay, well, then that's not bad.
Well, and the thing about it is, like, if you don't have reservations at a tent, they kick you out eventually for people who do have reservations.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Oktoberfest is a mystery to me. I didn't realize that reservations were...
So it's a giant carnival, right? The beer is only consumed in beer tents. You
not
can't
outside.
Not outside at all.
Interesting. Why?
That's just how it is.
It should be a free-for-all.
No, it's better this way. But for the major tents, you have to have a party of 10 or more to make a reservation.
Jesus.
So the 4 of us had to basically beg door people to be allowed in.
Please, sir.
And every tent's like, are you eating? They're more concerned about you eating than drinking.
Well, yeah.
Well, because the beer is all like a uniform price of 10.5 euros per beer.
Gotcha.
Or the food is...
Ranges.
And everything was fucking delicious, so we ate everywhere anyways.
German food is fucking so good.
Everything we ate at Oktoberfest was fucking amazing.
I love it. Sausage, potatoes, cabbage. That's like all I ate when I was in Germany. And I lived at the Hofbrauhaus.
Roast duck.
Oh, so good. So good.
Schnitzel.
I don't like schnitzel. But you know what? The last time I had schnitzel was in Australia.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
But I've had it before in Germany, and
I also had the best pretzel I've ever had in my life. Wasn't even hot.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Somehow it was perfectly crusty and chewy on the inside, and it wasn't even hot. I'm like, how do you... I mean, I guess you guys have been doing this for the better part of a millennia, but...
Did you get beer cheese with it?
No.
That's the only way I can eat pretzels.
Normally, I'm all about the beer cheese, but this is like...
But it's a German pretzel. Like, it doesn't fucking need it.
It didn't need it.
It's so good.
It was so good.
That's like people that put steak, A1 sauce on steak. If you have a decent steak, you don't need A1 sauce.
I agree.
If you have a beautiful German pretzel, you don't need no beer cheese.
Right.
Just leave it alone. Just leave it as is. I hate that. Like A1 sauce or ketchup. Ugh.
I do use A1 on my steaks when I cook them myself.
Oh, like if you cook it yourself. But if you go to like...
No, if I'm going to a Morton's or...
Yeah, if you go to Morton's, like, better not put any fucking A1 sauce.
No, it just needs a little butter on it.
Well, yeah, butter always goes on steak.
Exactly.
It's so good.
You got to put, the cow's milk on the steak, making it not kosher.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, you can't have a mother in its own milk.
Interesting.
That's why you can't have, meat on pizza or cheeseburgers or...
You'll learn something new every day.
You're in a business full of Jews. How do you not know this?
I don't know.
I mean, we're all bad Jews. We're all bad Jews.
Yeah, but I've also slept with a lot of Jews, and I've dated a lot of Jews.
Yeah, how many good ones?
One.
Right, one.
One, good Jew.
Yeah, the rest of us are all bad Jews.
Yeah, they were all, the rest of them were all terrible.
Speaking of bad Jews, how's the one you're working for?
He is fantastic, as always. He's in Europe right now.
Nice.
I know, I'm jealous.
What are you doing at James Dean Productions anyways?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I started just running his web store. That's just how we had been friends. We had been friends for a while, and I was working at a record label. And I was doing some marketing stuff, and he needed help with marketing his web store. So he was like, hey, can you help me, please? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm working as I was working at an accounting firm at the time.
Super exciting.
Very exciting. I got to wear a polo shirt every day. It was
Ooh.
fantastic. My boss was a dick. So James hired me on part-time while I was working at this accounting firm, being a nerd. And then eventually it was, hey, so I need some help with publicity. Can you be my publicist? I'm like, I've never fucking done that in my life. Like, hire someone. He's like, I know, but you're smart. Like, I think you can do it. I'm like, okay, fine, but I can't be your publicist and run your web store and work at this accounting firm. He's like, okay, fine. So he hires me on full time. And that was, oh, geez. I've been there for 5 years now. So that was 2013, if my math is correct.
I believe so.
Yeah. So, and I've been full time ever since. And then I just kind of started absorbing everyone's jobs. And then I was the chief operating officer, where I kind of oversaw everyone. Now I'm the chief financial officer, and I only handle finances. So here I am back being a fucking pencil pusher and running numbers all day.
In a porn company.
It's great. People are like, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm an accountant.
No. You're a CFO.
I'm a CFO, motherfucker.
You're an executive.
God damn right I am. It's hard, man, because I get 5 years in, and I still get called the assistant all the time. People are like, oh, you're James's assistant? I'm like, no.
You got to roll in like some crazy power suit.
Right? I don't leave my house ever.
But when you take meetings, you got to roll in like that boss bitch suit. Be like,
right? Shit. I do. I have one. I just never whip it out.
You got to whip it out. Be like,
it's like my metaphorical dick.
Right. That's right. This boss bitch suit costs more than your whole fucking wardrobe. Respect me.
God damn it. Yeah. Plus, I look like a 12-year, I look like a young, weird person. I don't look like an executive. Like I was about to say,
your boobs are way too big to be a 12-year-old.
This is true. But I don't know. I don't look like this standard executive.
How many porn executives look like standard people?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Maybe I just deal with weirdo companies.
I'm like, you You live in like the alt porn world. So everyone looks like me.
I dabble in the mainstream porn world occasionally. I've done some work for Wicked.
They look normal.
Yeah, I guess.
Everyone looks normal. James is super normal.
Well, I wouldn't say James is super normal.
He looks super. He looks very normal.
I have met James Dean. He is definitely not super normal.
He's not super normal, but he looks very normal. He looks like a very nice little Jewish boy. And then there's me who like towers over him. I remember one time, I think it was Avian 2016, maybe. I don't remember. It might have been. I think it was 2016. But we, James didn't want. He never does like the fan red carpet because he has like really bad social anxiety. So all those people make him freak the fuck out.
I also hear he's very afraid of clowns.
He's terrified of clowns. Terrified. It's great. So I had to somehow, I don't know how I managed this shit. Because when I wear heels, I'm like 6'3". I'm 5'10" normally.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's 5'8" on a good day.
I don't believe that.
He is. How tall do you think he is?
5'6".
He's not 5'6".
I feel like I'm so much bigger than he is.
He's like 5'8".
I
Promise.
I'm definitely wider too, so.
He's petite. So I'm towering over this human. And I somehow managed to get us underneath the Hard Rock. We're like underneath in these weird tunnels and hallways, and we're back through the kitchen, and I somehow managed to get him from the fan carpet, because that's where we were misguided to, down to where we needed to be at like the red carpet with all the AVN photogs and everything. So I don't know how the fuck I managed that, but that was an adventure. We have many of those.
What other adventures can you tell us about?
Australia. We've been to Australia together twice. The first time to Melbourne and the second time to Sydney. And when we went to Sydney, we decided that we wanted to pet some fucking wallabies. Like, we weren't going to settle with just like staring at them randomly. So James was like, okay, your job on this trip, you need to find how we can pet some wallabies. I'm like, anything else you want me to do? He's like, no, just find us. We need to pet wallabies. I'm like, okay. So I end up Googling, petting wallabies in Sydney, Australia. So we take an Uber into like an hour outside of Sydney. Oh, at least where we were staying. Sydney, I guess, is big.
It's pretty big.
All of Australia is fucking giant. So we end up in this neighborhood, like a straight up residential area. And our driver had like 7 fingers on each hand. He was awesome. It was a super random fact that I remember about our Uber driver. He was fucking great.
Best handies ever.
Right? Man.
Why didn't you get that guy to finger bang you?
I don't know. Looking back, I don't know. I don't fuck
7-finger dude, come back.
Right? Let me love you. So he takes us to this animal park, and he's like, hey, where are you going? And I'm like, we're going to, this place, and I can't remember the name of it. Feather something. And it's basically this dude's backyard. So this dude bought like a bunch of plots in this residential neighborhood and turned it into a fucking animal park. Like, I don't know. And they had, the standard like kangaroos, and you could hold the koalas with chlamydia, and wallabies. We got to fucking feed wallabies they like ice cream cones.
Just the cones.
Just like not the sugar cones, the cake cones.
Oh, okay.
So you go and there's this giant refrigerator, and you take out one of the ice cream cones, and it's like full of grass and like little green things that they eat. And you just sit there and like you fucking play with these wallabies and like cuddle them and hang out, and they were so cute. And then we saw James tried to get us into. Are they alligators or crocodiles there?
Crocodiles.
Crocodiles, right? So there's this giant ass fucking crocodile. Things, they're massive. And you don't realize how big they are until you're like standing in front of one.
Oh, I know. I've been to the Sydney Zoo.
Yeah, they're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, saltwater crocodiles are fucking ginormous.
They're huge. So James's dumbass is like, Shannon, can you try to get us into the crocodile tank? I want to pet the crocodile. I'm like, you're not petting the bucket. Like, that's not a thing. I'm not asking them to let us in to pet the crocodiles. So then we move on to the dingoes. And they had dingo puppies.
Aw.
It was the cutest thing. They look like kind of almost like golden retrievers when they're puppies. And they were like, I wanted to cry and just hold all of them. They were so fucking cute. And they were like 6 weeks old. Like super baby little dingo puppies. We didn't get to hold them either. I was pissed.
Well, yeah, because otherwise they'd try to eat your babies or some shit. That's what dingoes do.
They're so small. They were so small. They like just started walking.
Aw.
One like climbed to the top of the mountain, like did his little dingo roar. It was so fucking cute. I almost died. Bury me in this weird Sydney animal park.
All right.
In the neighborhood.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's where.
When Shannon dies, we are sending her remains to Australia.
Stick me in the crocodile tank.
Where they probably won't let you in because they don't allow any foreign matter into that fucking country.
They don't. I had a meltdown in the airport. I had brought like a giant bag of Skittles on the plane because we like, I don't know, we thought it was a good idea to buy this gigantic bag of Skittles for our flight. And we're in the airport walking through customs and I start freaking the fuck out because I'm the one that has to hold the Skittles and I'm terrified that I'm going to get.
And you wonder why people think you're the assistant.
I don't, it was in my bag. I was being nice. But I had to throw away an entire gigantic bag of Skittles. I was pissed.
My audience has heard my Australian customs story too many times for me to get back into it. Let me just say it was bad.
I thought I was going to jail over Skittles. It was like, yeah. James is neurotic. He has really bad anxiety. But I also have really bad anxiety. So the two of us together in like stressful situations like that are usually just crazy.
Machine guns came out there.
Yeah, it's like,
drop the fucking Skittles.
I thought that's what
drop the fucking
happen.
Skittles.
Well, because you're exhausted. You've been on a fucking plane for 16 hours. And I was just exhausted and thought I was going to get murdered over Skittles.
I landed in Australia drunk, so.
I had to be sober because I was dealing with drunk people. I had drunk people on the plane with me. So I had to be the sober, responsible one because that's my job.
I had drunk people I had to take care of too. Didn't stop me.
That's fair.
I mean, I was the drunk person I had to take care of, but...
And I was getting paid to take care of these people.
I was not.
So, exactly. But, man, Australia is fucking weird. We went to this... it was for Sexpo, is why we were there. And they had this strange awards show. And we got hammered on champagne.
As you do.
That's what you're supposed to do. So we get hammered on champagne. James and me together, like, are just rowdy. It's like two frat boys, like, together just hanging out, being drunk and loud.
Must be the weirdest hazing ever.
Pretty much. So they had these acts, in between the awards. And there's this stripper that comes on stage. And she was great. Like, she was a fantastic dancer. But she danced to Creed. Arms wide open. Yeah.
What?
So James starts yelling, "This song's about Jesus. Why are you... This is so disrespectful to the Lord." And he's just like, we're just heckling this girl at this point. It was
not at all, though. Bad. James is so wrong. Jesus hung out with prostitutes.
I know, but it was just
I'm just saying James is wrong.
He knows that.
He was still wrong. Just wrong.
Oh my gosh. We were just heckling just to heckle.
But she was also wrong for not being a prostitute.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where she was being disrespectful to Jesus.
It was hilarious, though.
She can't just strip. She's got to fucking make that cheddar.
Who strips to Creed? That's like stripping to Nickelback. You just don't do it. Like that.
I bet if we go to Canada right now, there are girls stripping to Nickelback.
Oh, for sure. But that's Canada. Like, I feel like if I walked into a strip club, the girl was stripping to Nickelback, I think I might leave.
It'd be that scene where Grandpa Simpson walks into the brothel, or there's the episode where Bart's working the door, and he walks in, hands Bart his coat, sees it's Bart, picks his coat back up, and walks right back out.
Yes.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it would be like. But then again, it's like going to a bar that plays Nickelback. I just don't do it.
That is why they invented digital jukeboxes, and it is the best thing ever.
I just went to my first bar with a digital jukebox.
How's that happen?
I don't go out. Hermit crab, remember? Hermit crab.
I know, you left your shell at the door.
I did. It didn't fit.
Gotta find a new one?
I do. But they like adapt. Like I could grab like that chair and just have a new shell that's a chair.
Not my chair. Anything but my chair.
Anything but my chair. Yeah, I was caught off guard by this digital jukebox. So I was already drunk. And I ended up going to this other bar. And I walk in and I was like, dude, they play like really good music. My friend's like, yeah, because the bar's not playing it. There's like a fucking digital jukebox and you can like play whatever you want. I was stoked. They played like all sorts of like goth and emo hits from the 2000s. It was fucking fantastic. They had like Black Parade, like Cute Is What We Aim For. It was fucking awesome. Fantastic. I'm a big fan of digital jukebox.
Me too.
And karaoke though.
I'm a fan of karaoke, seeing as I host a karaoke night.
Oh, that's right. I've got to go with that.
You gotta come out.
I'm a bad friend.
I know. Hence, I haven't seen you since February.
Yeah, Jesus.
Like, last time I had seen you, you had gotten laid more recently.
That's so terrible.
I know, I'm just gonna keep giving you shit about it.
I feel like because my Instagram is like, ho, you know?
Right.
And I feel like I'm just lying to everyone.
It is a sad state of affairs when I'm getting laid more often than you are.
Like, I feel like I'm a fake. I feel like I'm just lying to everyone.
You work in porn.
Right? Like, I work in porn. I'm, like, decently attractive. Like, I should be getting laid. Like, this is... Help me.
That's right, listeners. Slide into them DMs.
Please don't. Don't send me dick pics.
No.
Just don't do that.
No, be charming.
Don't take anything else, but don't do that.
Right.
Checking my...
Butthole pics. Butthole pics.
See if my booty call... booty call text... Nope.
Aw. Boo.
Striked out.
The night's young. He's still practicing.
Struck out?
Yeah, struck out. Struck out.
Struck out. I have to have decent grammar. Syntax?
Both.
Both? All of it?
All of it. English good.
I don't have to worry about spelling right now, so that's great.
I agree. Otherwise, I'd be fucked. I'm the worst fucking speller.
Really? I used to be the spelling bee champ.
Well, aren't you Miss Fancy Pants?
Fuck yeah, I was also sixth grade class president.
See what it got you?
Yeah, in porn. See? And they say we're all terrible people.
We are. We are.
I am a good person.
I don't believe anyone who tells me that they're a good person.
I am.
Let me rewind back to you cheating on your boyfriend.
He was awful.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Not like awful to me. He was just like...
Oh, yeah, he just sucked.
Boring.
But perhaps not the best way to do it is getting finger banged by a rock dude.
That was an accident.
You slipped and fell on the finger.
I slipped and fell. It's not like I was expecting, that wasn't my plan. My plan wasn't like, oh yeah, go out and get finger banged by this dude that you've hated for 10 years.
No one's plan is ever to go out and get finger banged.
Yeah.
Not once. No one.
I can't remember. I'm like trying to think of a time where I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to go out and get finger blasted tonight. And that's never happened in my entire life.
100%. And if you said, oh yeah, this one time, I'd be like, you're lying. You're fucking lying to me.
Liar.
You're lying to the internet. You're lying to the audience.
No. That's never, no.
Yeah. I've never in my life have been like, I'm going to go get a handy tonight.
But like a blowjob would be different. Do you ever are there ever times where you're like, oh, I don't want to like fuck. I just want a blowjob.
Nope.
Never?
I am one of these dudes. Like the minute your lips wrap around my dick, like it's like I'd like to fuck now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think maybe because dudes are not always the greatest at sex. But then again, they're not that great at pussy eating either.
Hey, be happy if they're doing it.
No, because if it's terrible, it's just like a waste of time. Then I'm like thinking about my fucking grocery list or like what I got to do in class next week.
Okay, I apparently have never given oral that bad.
That you know of.
I don't date good actors.
That you know of.
I look at their resumes first.
Let's see.
I
Go
watched
back
her
and review.
I watched her reel. It's not very
Oh
good.
God, that's terrible.
I'm not a great
Oh.
person.
We've discussed that.
Many people have discussed that. There's hours of audio that prove I'm not a great
That is
person.
the whole show. Whole show. You need to rename it. Matt is terrible.
I don't know if listeners would tune in for Matt is Terrible. I mean, they do tune in for Matt is Terrible, but I don't know if they would tune in. I don't know if new listeners would tune in to Matt is Terrible.
Probably not. The name's catchy.
I know.
I know, I made it myself.
I did indeed. And then I had to fight some girl who had a cocktail blog called the same thing and wasn't even doing it.
I hate that. Or like when you come up with like a brand and then you go on Instagram to try to find the Instagram name and someone that hasn't used it since like 2008. You're like, cool, fuck myself. And then you can't even DM them to offer them money for it.
Oh, I did DM her and I actually politely asked, can you abandon it? You haven't done anything. And you're just like, I'll take money.
See, I've offered to pay people for Instagrams and
I didn't have the extra scratch at the time. It was like, it wasn't an exorbitant amount of money. And she's actually a pretty nice person. I've talked to her a bunch of times. It was just literally like,
meh.
I don't feel like dropping a couple $100 to lose the underscore on my Instagram.
I was going to say, I'll throw an underscore. It's fine.
Right. That's why there's an underscore at the end. I already had the Twitter and the domain. So I'm like,
So fuck it.
the domain is the important one.
Exactly. Then you have to get all the other ones. .net, .com.
Well, so I have, this is super exciting for the audience.
I was sorry. Nerd shit.
I have the full andnowwedrink.com.
Okay.
And I managed to get ANWD.net. I got the 4-letter .net.
There you go. I love when that happens, though, when domains fuck up and they don't cover all their bases and then some weird shit happens. Like when that dude owned Google for like 30 seconds. Man.
They're like, we will throw a pile of money at you now.
Right? Like that's what I'd be like, $1 billion. Please.
Right? It's
You
crazy.
think they'd pay you that much money? Like, what do you think their maximum would be?
Depends on what year it was.
It was like, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh, yeah. They could
It's like
throw.
a few years ago, maybe.
They could definitely throw $1 million or something at. Nope. You want to see something hilarious?
Always.
This is jamesdean.net.
Yeah, I didn't say I was good at it.
For the audience at home, jamesdean.net is something random in Japanese. There are just nothing but Japanese banner ads at jamesdean.net.
You know why this is probably how that happened. I assume is that, in GoDaddy, jamesdean.net was an option, but you had to pay for it, and it was probably like $1,500, and James being James just didn't want to pay it, so he was like, yes, please give it to this Japanese company for these weird banner ads. That is so weird, though.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna go research it later. Type that shit into Google.
I was
Translate.
expecting like someone camping it or something.
No.
Not that.
We fucked up, man. We fucked up.
I think it's a Japanese betting site too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Maybe I'll promo it.
Like,
Do you want to be an affiliate?
yeah, look, at thebobjamesdean.com.
Yeah. Oh, the internet. The internet's hard, man.
So back to you. I know pre-porn days you were in rock and roll.
Yes.
That was a horrible segue.
It was terrible segue.
Terrible. I do those occasionally.
But I get distracted. I transgress.
Oh, my listeners know this show tangents a lot. Because my brain, just how my brain goes.
Exactly. Yeah, so my sick days in the music industry. Oh, Jesus. I was 19. Yes, because I got pregnant when I was 20. So 19 years old. This wasn't pre-porn days, actually. This was slightly after. Because me being in porn and being able to market myself properly is really what got me my job in music. So I worked at Century Media Records. And this was sick MySpace times. And, you know, in the little music section, it said, "I hate metal."
Just lying to the internet back in the day.
I hate metal. Yeah, well, you know, to be fair, like during that time of my life, I really only listened to like hardcore. I never really listened to like metal. I went through a phase.
Hard eye roll on my end.
I went through a phase. I had sick mosh and stage dove, and that was. And
You like the floor?
Everyone.
You like the floor punch?
No.
Windmills
and high kicks. It was sick. I used to fight people all the time. It was terrible. Terrible time in my life. So yeah, I worked at a record label, and he wasn't the president. I don't remember what his... No, I think he was. Anyway, the dude that hired me. So he was like, "Sell your MySpace." And I was like, fuck, I'm not getting this job. This whole record label is like based on metal, and here I am just like being a dick, being like, "Nah, fuck your shit, you suck." So he was like, "Well, we have these hardcore bands that we need to start marketing, so can you work on those?" And I was like, "Yeah, what bands?" And he's like, "Earth Crisis, Terror." And I was like, "I fucking love Earth Crisis. I love Terror." So that was my thing, was working on all the hardcore stuff. Terror, that was when Keepers of the Faith, like one of the best, like, what good fucking marketing for Keepers of the Faith. That was a good record. But yeah, I was only there for, I don't know, less than a year. I worked at Century. But it was fun. I got to go to the Golden God Awards. I got to meet a bunch of people, got into shows for free, which was sick. But I was also like sharing a studio apartment with this really fucking weird chick from Brockton.
Brockton, Mass?
Brockton, Mass. She was fucking crazy.
No, girls into hardcore from Massachusetts
No,
crazy? Never.
She was like a goth metalhead. She had like those like weird fake drawn on like super high arched eyebrows. And then she had like fluorescent yellow hair. And like big tall black boots.
I probably would have really been into her.
Probably. I can't even remember her name. But I remember I slept on a futon. Like a small futon. And we were so broke that we had this dude friend who was very into me. And we used to make him come deliver us pizzas. And we'd like pretend that we were going to hang out with him. And then we'd be like, "Oh, we're really tired. We got to work early. Leave the pizza and go." So we lived on like shitty pizza from this dude that used to deliver it to us from like Long Beach. Oh no, we lived in Long Beach. We lived across the street from a high school.
Are they supposed to let people like you near a high school?
Probably not. What high school was it? I can't remember. But there were like gunshots all the time. I got so many parking tickets there. I used to just cry. I was like, that's my entire month's worth of McDonald's breakfast.
No.
I used to go and eat. I'd have like a hash brown and a sweet tea. That's all I could afford for breakfast every single day on the way to Century. Hash brown and a sweet tea.
There was no like cafeteria you could raid at work?
No, but I did get a lot of Rockstars. I used to drink so much Rockstar. It was delicious. It was like the juice ones. But that was you know what? I had a really good time working there, and I learned a lot.
With that diet, you really think you're going to outlive me?
I've changed my ways. But you do have a lot of greens in your refrigerator.
Oh, yeah. Believe it or not.
And a box of wine.
And a keg of Warsteiner.
Yeah, and what else did I see in there? Coconut creamer.
Yep.
Like, okay, you might outlive me. No, you drink. Look at your fucking liquor thing.
Oh, yeah, the bar's well stocked.
I feel like your excessive drinking is going to go. That's going to bury you way quicker.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Those dudes that live to like hundreds of something are like, I drink and smoke cigars every day.
What's that one lady? She was like ancient as fuck, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I have bacon and whiskey like every day."
And a Dr. Pepper a day or some shit.
Fucking Dr. Pepper.
I feel like the key to longevity is relaxing, which means I should be dead already. Because I'm not a relaxed person.
Me neither. Why aren't we dead yet, though?
We might
Mysteries.
be. We might be.
Are we in we're in a simulation. That's what it is.
Dude,
fucking simulation.
The guy who is playing The Sims right now has walked away from the fucking keyboard.
We're gonna fuck it up.
He already has. How do you think we fucking got here? That dude walked away from the keyboard about 2 years ago.
I wonder where all my Sims are at now.
Dead.
Dead.
Stuck in a pool with no ladder.
Yeah, I was one of those. I think everyone that played The Sims was one of those.
I never played it.
Really? I used to be obsessed. I'd spend all my babysitting money on Sims.
It was always one of those things like, do I really want to play a game where I give up my life to give a life to something else?
Yes.
This is why I'm not a parent.
Oh yeah, I used all the fucking hacking codes, gave myself a bunch of money, would build really ugly giant houses. Just horrendous.
The American dream, virtual.
Like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm never going to have any of these things in real life, but my Sims can.
We live in LA.
We do live in LA. Shit's
I mean,
expensive.
A shack is $500,000.
Right? God damn it. Why do we live here? That's why I blame my parents every day. I'm like, why did you birth me in California?
Hey, I moved here on my own fucking volition.
Well, that's your problem.
It is. It 100% is. But
I got stuck here.
if I didn't, I'd be on a bar stool in Chicago right now.
See, that's the thing is I think about it, I'm like, well, you're so lucky. You grew up in California. Most people like move here. But you're a native Angelino, which is so rare, I'm finding.
100%.
When I'm like on fucking Tinder and shit, you know, people are like, where are you from? I'm like, no, I'm from LA. Yeah, but where did you come from? I'm like, no, I was born here. Look at my birth certificate, you goddamn Shannon birther. Like, God. Nope. LA.
Yep. Just I'm a transplant. Everyone I know except you is a transplant for the most part.
See, there's too many people here. It's y'all that make the traffic bad.
I agree. At least I know how to fucking drive.
Do you though?
Oh, I'm mad aggressive, so yes.
That's not the same thing.
Oh, because I will actually weave in and out of traffic and go around shit.
I used to do that too when James had the GTR. Oh! I'd have to like drive it to go. This was when I was like actually the assistant. Eventually I got to the point where I didn't have to go take his car in.
You're like,
shop.
Other people take the car?
Yeah, I don't do that now. But I'd get to go take the GTR. And we'd work in Woodland Hills and the dealership, because only certain Nissan dealerships can service GTRs. So I'd have to go to the one in Glendale. So I'd get to drive from Woodland Hills to Glendale. And then I'd be like, oh, it's too late for me to bring the GTR all the way back to Woodland Hills. I'll bring it back tomorrow.
Is this when he was living at the house up in the hills?
Yes. So I got to just it was so sick. And then I have a child, right? So I'd like stick his car seat in the back. And then you pull up at valet in like this ridiculous sports car. And you're like, hold on, need to get my kid out of the back. And people are like, what the fuck kind of clown car shit is this? Because it looks like a fucking Hot Wheel. But if I'm ever like wealthy, even slightly rich, they're not that expensive, totally buy another one because that car is fun as shit.
I'd love to drive one.
Good. They're fucking great.
If I ever get a sports car again, though, I'm going to get another RX-8.
I like RX-8s.
I had an 04 for a couple of years.
And?
I got 4 speeding tickets in 06. And I went, I might need to get rid of this motherfucker.
Then get a sedan.
Yeah, no, the Altima I drive now is the car I bought right after it.
Got an Altima? Interesting. I drive an Acura.
Hey.
And that's only my credit when I first started. So I totaled my car years ago. It wasn't my fault. I had a Honda.
Sure, it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault.
What happened?
This dude fucking in a gold Scion. I'll never forget it. I was so pissed. Driving down the 5 fucking freeway, getting onto the 405, and this gold fucking Scion cuts me off, or tries to cut me off, clips my front left tire, sends me spinning across the 5 freeway.
Holy shit.
With my child in the back seat. Thought I was gonna die. I almost went down the embankment over the... It was terrible. And of course, this dude speeds off. My axles are fucked. My car's totaled. Done. So I'm like, okay, well, now I need a car. So luckily my friends own the Acura dealership. And my credit was fucking horrible. I was like 19, 20 maybe. Didn't realize that credit was like an important thing when you're an adult.
It is? Oh,
right?
shit.
Oh, fuck. So finally, I go to the Acura dealership. And I'm like, please help me. I don't have a car, but I have all this money from my insurance claim. Take it, please. And now I'm stuck in Acura. Because I feel bad. Like, I feel like I owe them, you know?
Like, well, we're tight. We're homies now.
Yeah, like I get good
full
deals
life.
and...
Well, shit, when I need a new car, I may have to go through you and be like, Acura?
Acura? I like my car. It's fun.
I have 170,000 miles on my car.
Holy Jesus. I have 20.
I've had the car since 2007. I bought it new.
Dang. That's a beast of a car. That's like Hondas. Like, they don't die.
I sadly had to put $3,000 into repairs into it recently, but
Ooh.
it's one of those things like, I don't want a car note again. I'll just pay it.
Right? Fucking, I hate paying my car payment every month. It breaks my little heart.
And part of it was like, I didn't drive it for the better part of 3 years because I was on the road so much. So it literally just sat in my friend's carport in Vegas, like unmoved.
Ugh. At least it didn't get hailed on.
That I know of.
You'd know. You'd know if that motherfucker got some good hail on it. Because it would have, like, dents in it.
I don't look at the top.
Really? You can
I'm
see
kidding.
the top.
I'm
I'm like,
kidding.
you can see the top if you're standing next to the fucking...
Kidding. Joking. No hail damage, thankfully.
Well, that's good. Vegas is still shitty, though.
Well, there's a reason I don't live there anymore.
I don't know how anyone lives there.
Well, when I initially moved there, the audience has heard this before, I was tentatively offered a job in a studio that was supposed to be opening.
Okay.
That never opened.
Okay.
And when I left Chicago, it was moved to LA where I know no one. The only person I knew who lived in LA when I was considering moving west lived in Venice and then moved back to Chicago like about the time I was planning to move west.
That's so shitty.
He was in a bad situation. Like, I actually paid for his airfare back to Chicago.
Oh.
The plan was we were going to save up some money in the next 6 months and then move back west.
Okay.
He got in a relationship and now he's married with a kid.
Ew.
I mean, not to the same girl, but still.
I was like, oh, that's so long.
But I got that offer to move to Vegas for that studio gig. I have a little bit of family in Vegas. Some people from Chicago I knew lived there. I'm like, all right, I'll try out Vegas. I know people at least.
It's just so hot. That's my it's so hot there.
The hot didn't bother me that much.
Really?
I didn't go out.
Look at that.
I just wouldn't go out during the day.
Yeah, that's not... Well, I guess it's realistic for you.
Yeah.
It's not realistic for normal people.
Like, nah, I'll just go out in the middle of the night.
Oh, God.
Or direct into my car to the air conditioning.
But at least everything's open all the time.
Right. That's what
like
I
one of the
fucking miss.
best fucking things. Because that's not how it is in LA.
No, and that was part of the reason for years I was like, I can't move to LA. There's no late night stuff in LA.
Bars close at 2.
5 a.m. bars in Chicago.
Really?
On Saturdays, bars are open till 5 a.m.
Dang.
And, of course, there's key clubs, and after-hour spots, if you know people.
If you know people. I don't know anyone. Can you introduce me?
Of course. Of course.
Try to go to some, late night Chicago. Go see it.
And just Chicago's drinking culture's rad.
I like Chicago.
I like it during the summer.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that in the winter.
No, I never want to ever again. Ever again.
I have family in Alaska.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, except when I had to go last year in February.
Why? Did someone die?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, otherwise, why?
Not willingly go to Alaska in winter. But it's fucking terrible there. I don't know. So you kind of get paid to live in Alaska. And people just go to Hawaii over the winters. Like, my whole family, they don't stay in Alaska over winter. They all just fucking fly to Hawaii.
How can they afford to go to Hawaii?
Because they're, paid to live in Alaska. And, the wages are high there. Teachers make, 80 grand.
Yeah, because you have to live in Alaska.
Yeah, I know, but at least you get to go to fucking Hawaii during the winter.
So what you're saying is I should go set up a permanent residence in Alaska and then just come back to LA.
Yeah. Hang out with some moose. They like to drink in Alaska.
Oh, I bet.
They do a lot.
I bet I'd be a fucking hardcore catch in Alaska, too. I got all my
for
teeth.
Sure.
Like, I got all my teeth.
And you're not in the military.
Right?
Because that's the thing, is when I was up there in last February, I obviously had to go on Tinder just to see what, Alaskan men were like. And it was just all either like military dudes, because there's a base up there, or it was dudes with no teeth, which all holding like deer heads. I'm like, I'm gonna hard pass on literally everyone on here.
That's a bummer. That's because one of my life goals is to bang in all 50 states. So,
Sorry, cross Alaska off that list. But I'm sure you could get laid in Alaska real easy.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to. If that's,
yeah, I got a cousin I can hook you up with.
She pretty?
Yes.
Sure.
She's in Anchorage. So
cool.
At least you can just fly straight into that airport. You'll be fine.
Fly straight in, fly straight into her, fly home.
Exactly. Easy.
Knock a state off.
Such a good matchmaker.
You just want me as like family. That's weird. Because I get drunk and propose to people.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. You're not allowed to come to Alaska.
But I want to come in Alaska, damn it.
I want to come in Alaska.
It's a bummer. I've been to 45 states. I've only banged in like 25 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing.
It is.
What's the point? What's the point of going to a state if you're not going to fuck in it?
Not for lack of trying.
Really?
Hell, when I was in...
You gotta up your game.
Agreed.
You gotta stop proposing to women.
I don't propose every time.
Step number 1.
I don't propose every time. When I was in Montana, I was talking up some girl. I think I was in Bozeman. No, it was in Billings.
Okay.
Not that it really fucking matters. It's Montana.
Like, cool. It's fucking Montana. Okay.
In Montana.
Did you hang with Yeezy?
I'm talking up some girl. I'm like, I'm from a real city. This is going to be easy. And I'm like, I'll impress her with my world travels. And
oh, Jesus.
My world
fucking Montana. She doesn't care.
Oh, no. 100%. She's like, I'd love to travel and everything, but I'm going to wait till after I get married and have kids. And once they're out of the house, then I'll go see the world. And I'm like, I just can't relate to you. Like,
yeah. Yeah, but you don't have to relate to someone to like stick your dick in them.
I agree, but I get laid off the talkie.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
It's like I can't wrap my brain around the lack of logic on that. Like, so you want to have a nice, slow, boring life, and if you're lucky, you want to go see the world afterwards.
Yeah, if you're lucky, your kids fucking leave,
or you survive,
or you live to be like 80.
None of this is fucking promised. You almost died in a fucking car accident.
That was terrible.
It happens every fucking day.
It does.
That's why it's like, I go see the world when I can. Fuck if it puts me in a little bit of debt to do it. I'd rather go see the fucking world instead of being like, I'll plan for it in 5 years. Who the fuck knows where my life will be in 5 years? Hell, my goddamn good friend I brought back from fucking LA. 6 months, we're going to move back west, buddy. He's in Chicago with a wife and kid. Life is unfucking predictable. 5-year plans are bullshit.
Unless you wear a condom.
Life's still unpredictable.
But at least you could avoid that part.
Knife wounds find a way.
Knife wound. God forbid. Oh.
Like, if you could get pregnant from a knife wound, how can I trust a condom?
They're only, 98%? 98% effective?
I feel like the 2% is just stupidity. Or...
like, I don't know how to put this on.
Right.
Like in the 40-year-old virgin, and he, tries to wrap it around his balls. Oh,
right.
God.
Or when it breaks on you.
This is true.
Yeah, the first time I technically had unprotected sex was due to a breakage.
It happens.
Oh, it's happened a bunch of times.
Don't put condoms in your wallet.
Well, obviously.
I know, but I feel like that's not general knowledge.
Well, dudes are stupid.
I know.
You sleep with us. We're dumb.
Y'all are dumb. So dumb. I don't know how you guys, survive.
Well, a lot of us don't.
This is true. This is why women live longer.
Exactly. Because we do stupid shit.
You do. I don't know why.
Testosterone.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So? Just makes you dumb as fuck.
Yeah, 100%. Testosterone makes you do stupid fucking things.
Interesting. I like your theory.
I stand by it. Also not a scientist or a doctor, but I stand by it.
I'll research it and let you know later.
I had a trans performer on not too long ago, female to male transform, and I'm like, dude, you are so lucky you didn't have to go through being a dude as a teenager. Those levels of testosterone is complete retardation.
Yeah, but it's not like being a female teenager is much better.
I don't know. Never done that.
Your hormones are still fucked. Like, I was fucking crazy. I was out of my goddamn mind when I was a teenager. And my mother tells me that karma is coming. And that I'm sure I will get payback for being so terrible of a human. Not good.
Just be prepared for crusty socks.
Oh, God. I don't even want to think about that.
It's gonna happen.
Dude, kids are fucking wild. It is wild having children. I'm never doing it again. I'll tell you that.
I'm never doing it.
Don't do it. Get snipped, man. Fuck it.
Part of me wants to get snipped. Part of me doesn't want a knife near my balls.
They're trained professionals.
I know, but there's always like
reversible.
There's always the one-off horror story of like loss of sensation from it.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's all anecdotal. It's like, oh, there was one plane crash, and you could die on a plane. Like statistically, I'll be fine.
Right.
But my former roommate's brother got snipped and lost sensation.
That's fucked up. But then again, I don't really give a shit about.
But my logical brain is like,
it's fine.
The likelihood of that happening fucking low. Thousands of people do it every day and they're fine. Statistically, you'll be okay. Flukes fucking happen. Statistically, I'm more likely to die in a car accident tonight. And I'm not even getting back in my car tonight.
But still. There's that possibility.
Right.
You never know.
But my brain that likes my dick is like, I like how sex feels now. I don't want to make it worse.
Yeah, but children.
I mean, I'll throw someone down a flight of stairs.
That's terrible. You're a horrible person.
I said this earlier.
You're horrible.
Sorry, she tripped.
I'm surprised I never got thrown downstairs, to be honest.
Were you pushed?
No. I'm just surprised it never happened. Like, I'm shocked.
Life's not over yet. It still could happen.
It's still gonna.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Putting it out there, I'm not going to do it.
Taking the fucking elevator.
Well, yeah. We're 5 stories up. Why would you walk?
For exercise.
What?
What is it? I told you I'm going to live longer.
40-ounce curls.
Live forever, motherfucker.
Hey, immortal so far.
I want to be like cryogenically frozen, just because.
Why not?
Because it's fun. Yeah, because it's fucking cool. You never know.
The thing about it is, cryogenically frozen is just delaying the inevitable. Because think about it. Think about it this way.
Mm-hmm.
If Neanderthal man had the ability to be frozen,
okay,
and woke up, they would not be able to survive in our world.
This is true.
So, if you're frozen and you're woken up, you may just become a sideshow attraction for whatever future humans are.
Yeah, but I'll be alive.
Is that really living, being in a cage poked?
Kind of.
Being thrown bananas every day?
Maybe.
They'll be like, oh, look at, she can sign.
I can sign. I can.
Or
I learned it in high school.
Or she speaks that foreign tongue, that ancient tongue.
It's not like English is going to go English isn't going to go extinct.
It might. Latin was very prevalent at one point.
Yeah, but how long was Latin's run? You know?
Let's find out.
So much research.
I know. I'm doing.
Sorry.
This is the problem with like not having a co-host anymore. I can't research and keep the conversation going as well.
Yeah. Well, plus, like, I'm a nerd. I just want to know facts. I like facts.
The history of Latin.
I mean, we still use Latin.
Yeah, but we don't regularly use Latin.
I mean, not as a spoken language, but we still use it.
Well, yeah, if you're a doctor or a lawyer.
No, use Latin all the time. I'm a sociology major in college. Sociology is Greek and Latin.
This is true.
I use it all the time. It's like, what's that, My Big Fat Greek Wedding? Have you ever seen that movie?
So, I have not. According to Wikipedia, which is always super reliable.
There it is, if you look at the sources on the bottom.
It spans from 1 century BC to the early years of 1 century AD.
I don't know how long it was between BC and AD.
Didn't they go directly into each other?
Well, yeah, but how long between 1 BC and 1 AD? See?
I'm reading. So, it was also used so about 1,000 years.
Well, shit. Yeah, so I guess if you're cryogenically frozen, you wake up in 1,000 years and English is gone. Maybe we'll actually have flying cars by then.
No, it'll never happen.
Right? Like, I feel like that was a thing that everyone thought was going to happen, and it still has not happened.
Well,
Elon Musk's bitch asses.
It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
That's why I'm going to get cryogenically frozen, because maybe I'll wake up and there'll be fucking flying cars. And
Think of the idiot that cut you.
I will curse you from my...
Think of the idiot that cut you off on the 5. Now, think of that idiot being able to operate in a 3-dimensional space. It'll never happen.
That doesn't mean the creation of it.
We have it. They're helicopters.
That's not the same.
It essentially is.
Helicopters can't drive on the ground.
They don't have to. They fly.
Yeah, but you could have both, like a plane.
English has only been around 1,200 years or so.
That's over 1,000 years.
I know.
So longer than Latin.
So far.
So far, it's dying out. Just kidding.
Yeah, we're barely speaking it these days.
I know. Dude, I can't keep up with this slang. I can't.
Well, and the thing about it is we're going back to hieroglyphs for written language.
Oh, Jesus.
We are. Look at emojis.
That's true. Trends come and go.
Yeah.
Like hammer pants.
So you're going to wake up. You're going to be a fucking freak in nature. They're just going to be like, what is she saying?
Yeah, but then I'll get frozen again until the next period when the trends have come around again.
You hope.
Boom.
Latin ain't made a comeback.
Yet. That's because we're regressing.
Yeah.
We're regressing in terms of intent.
And the problem is, no matter how long you're frozen, eventually the sun's going to supernova and engulf the fucking planet.
I can't fucking wait for that. I'm so excited.
These are the things that terrify me. And it's like,
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm a horrible thanophobe.
That's silly.
Oh, it's silly. It's irrational, but...
Irrational fears are irrational.
Exactly.
That's what they do.
But it's like, oh, if I managed to pull off being immortal, oh, I would be...
I'm still going to get eaten by a star.
Right. Still going to get eaten by a star. Eventually, the race is going to evolve around me, and I'm just going to be a Neanderthal.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Yeah, just fucked. So might as well drink it up and enjoy the good times.
Yes.
And people accuse me of being a nihilist.
No. That's silly. Okay, so cryogenics are out.
Yeah, cryogenics are out. And the fucked up part about it is, even if you manage to pull off being immortal, there's 2 other problems with it. 1, everyone you know is dead.
Fuck, who? So? So?
You're not going to miss me when I'm gone? I see how it is.
No, everyone will be dead.
2, older you get, faster the passage of time goes.
What do you mean by that?
Do the years not seem like they're going faster?
Yeah, but they're not.
But your sense of passage of time is going faster.
I guess. Except if you're Keith Richards.
Oh, I'm sure. Dude, I'm sure years seem like minutes to that dude.
He's like, oh, shit, what year is it? Poor guy.
But it's a universal thing between all humans.
Yeah.
Older you get, the passage of time goes faster.
Okay.
So if you were thousands of years old, think how fast the passage of time would seem for you.
But I feel like it wouldn't matter.
Like, I'm alive. Fuck it.
Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, you're immortal. Like, why? Who gives a shit?
Well, imagine falling in love with someone and then...
Fuck them.
Well, no, but you're in love with them. In love. I know this is a strange concept for you.
Fuck them.
Well, yeah, you generally do that when you're in love.
No, I like vampire bite them or something and they
Make them immortal too?
Yeah. Just make everyone around me miserable. They're all like, Shannon, we didn't fucking want to be immortal. This is bullshit.
Just stuck with them forever.
Yeah.
Could you imagine some dude that you're like, I thought he was awesome, and it turns out like he's a horrible slob.
And I'm stuck with him
forever. Literally forever.
Oh, God. This is all sound... This is now starting to seem like a bad idea.
It is.
Immortality doesn't seem that great in hindsight.
No, immortality is horrible. It's all about maximizing your experiences in the limited time we have.
I think that's the way to go. But it would be kind of badass to be immortal.
Yeah, assuming that you don't have more aches and pains. Like, I'm already sore. I'm in my mid-30s, and I'm sore all the time.
Like, okay, if you're immortal, like, is everything great again? Like, you feel like a fucking puppy?
That'd be amazing.
Right?
I'd be down with that for a while. Like, but could you imagine? At one point, I'm assuming you just get bored of fucking everything, too.
Have you seen Lady Gaga in American Horror Story?
I have not.
So the season, it was just horny. It was like people just fucking and blood and vampires and shit. But she's immortal. But it's so rad because you get to like fuck through the decades. Like you fuck through the 60s and then you get to fuck through the 80s. Like fuck someone while you're wearing leg warmers and then fuck someone while you're wearing fringe.
I don't know. 1,000-year herpes sounds horrible.
Oh my god. Yeah, but everyone has herpes.
I know, but not for 1,000 years.
This is true. That's a lot of Valtrex. That's
Right?
like a lot of
Pfizer, I'm
so
just
much
buying
Valtrex.
stock.
Right? Like, fuck. I'd have to buy so much Valtrex.
All the Valtrex.
Yeah.
No, immortality is just a bad plan. Believe me, I've given it too much thought.
Just staying up at night thinking about immortality.
Yeah, occasionally.
I think about life being a simulation. That's what I stay up and think about.
Seriously, who's ever at the controls of my fucking life, can you hook it up with a little money?
Right? Like, there was a code. There was a Sims code. Rosebud. That's what it was. It was Rosebud, and you get to just press enter a bajillion fucking times and you get as much money as possible.
Can you hook it up with...
Hook it the fuck up, you evil Sim.
Oh, it's just crazy that just people like, I just can't calculate, like, how are you so well-to-do?
Right? Like, what the fuck is that?
I'm never jealous of someone's, having more success than me. What I want, though, is if you're more successful than me, I want to figure out how you did it and emulate it.
Right.
And there's some people that's just like, it's mind-boggling. Like, what? What?
Like, you're an idiot. How did this happen?
Right. How did this happen for you?
Like Elon Musk. Dude's so dumb. Like, he's smart, but he's like dumb smart. And I'm just like, God damn, fucking.
He's a supervillain.
Well, his dad's rich.
That is
Part
actually
of the supervillain.
that is actually the primary way people get rich is
their parents.
yeah.
It's their family.
I mean, that's the
Can you
super
imagine? What a fucking lottery.
right. Well, and
Like, that's what you just get born into, and you're just like, cool, fuck my life.
well, and that's the super fucked up part about the American dream. It's like, oh, hey, if I bust my ass and I'm clever, I can make my kids wealthy.
Yeah. Not me.
Not me. I can slave away building a business.
That my kids will probably run into the ground one day.
Exactly. Or if they don't,
They're rich, and
they're rich and probably have never had any wants in life and are complete douchebags.
yeah. And then you get stuck in a fucking home. Alone.
Or you just
Or you just die.
die.
Because you're not immortal.
And you slaved away.
For your
Because
asshole kids.
most successful businesses, you're putting in more than 40 hours.
Right.
Believe me, this podcast does not generate a lot of revenue. I put a lot of hours into this during the week on top of working a day job.
Yep.
If this were to be successful all of a sudden, like, pay my bills successful, it would still be a lot more hours. It'd be more hours. Because at that point, I'd start putting out more than one show a week.
Right. And there's so much more that comes with it.
Right, exactly. And I already sacrificed social engagements to do this show.
Me too.
I mean, we're ditching the Pornhub Awards tonight to do this.
We ditched the Pornhub Awards.
Which I'm actually very happy about.
I am too. Award shows are overrated.
Award shows are overrated unless they have an open bar.
And even then.
Yeah, you leave after the open bar.
Yeah. The one time I was happy that I went to the AVN Awards was I was sitting next to Nina Hartley, and I fangirled, first of all, because
It's Nina.
fucking Nina Hartley.
Right?
I was like, oh, I used to masturbate to you when I was a teenager. But
Did you say it to her?
no, but we flirted. She rubbed my thigh. It was fantastic. I love her. That was the only time that I was ever happy I'd gone to the award show.
Nina's very flirtatious.
She is.
I was roadieing for someone who shall not be named, and we ran into Nina, and she's like, "Who's this? Your new man?" Like,
she's so sweet.
touched my chest. I'm like,
I love you.
like, I definitely will not bang my client, but hey, Nina, what up?
I love her. She's fantastic.
And there's a
She's
reason
great.
she's in the less than 1% of women that survive in this business for as long as she has.
She's a badass, man. And she's like happily married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like happily married. Like, that's the thing, is that people have such weird misconceptions about people that work in porn. Like, we can have healthy relationships. We can.
We can have unhealthy ones too.
We can have unhealthy ones too. But you can have both. You can have it all if you really want to.
Oh yeah, there's not just one person that's in this fucking business.
Right.
And the problem is I feel like a lot of the stereotypes are based around people that are in and out in under a year.
Yeah, or people that just... Well, that's the thing.
Shouldn't have been in the first place?
Yes. Ugh. Well, that's the... What was the really shitty fake doc? The Netflix
Hot
one?
Girls Wanted?
Yes, God. What a sensationalist piece of garbage.
Sad thing is, some of that shit is happening.
It totally is. But when you're basing an entire... When you're using such a small population of an industry and using that as a blanket statement for all of the industry, it just doesn't... It's not valid.
It's like going to a C-rated kitchen and being like, this is what it's like being in a restaurant.
Exactly. Like, it's not an accurate representation of the industry as a whole. And that's how it was marketed as, oh, a look inside amateur porn. And it's like, no, it was a look inside the shitty fucking Craigslist, Florida Craigslist shit.
Right.
Like, it wasn't a part of, like, our regulated industry.
No, and
You know?
it wouldn't hurt to have a little more regulation in some things on the business.
I agree. I like regulation. I'm
And
into it.
a lot of the association groups are doing better about mental health for performers.
Absolutely.
And making this a safer environment. Like, not a mentally safer environment. Like,
Yeah.
it's a perfectly physically safe environment.
Right. But you have to...
When you got in, was there any fucking guidance for you?
No.
Exactly.
There was none.
They're actually bringing guidance.
Yeah, and it's great. Like APAC.
Yeah.
APAC is fantastic. They've done a lot for the industry. It's an industry like any others. And I hate, like, I saw a Vice article, like a recycled Vice article the other day that was, why are porn stars dying? Why are so many young porn stars dying? And I'm like, okay.
Why is the suicide rate up for all of the U.S.?
Well, that's the thing, is that, they pick, these are public deaths,
Yeah, and they're fucking tragic.
They're tragic, they're sad, they're highly publicized. So all of a sudden, you have a few people out of thousands, and you go, oh, there's so many. And it's like, no, like, those are just the ones that are incredibly public.
And it would probably, if you looked at, like, the general population and did a scale model,
The rate would probably be lower.
Fuck yeah.
Just like the STD rate. Just like the suicide rate. The drug use. Like,
Well, the drug use.
Okay. Well, you know what, though, to be honest?
Are we counting pot or not?
No.
Right. Because if you're counting pot, which is still
No.
a Schedule 1 drug.
Well, we all know that's bullshit.
Agreed.
Besides that. But, like, I've been on quite a few porn sets, and I've never... If there was ever a girl that showed up, like, out of her mind, high as shit on whatever, we wouldn't allow her to shoot porn.
No, you send her the fuck home.
You send her home. Like, this whole stigma, they're all drug addicts, and they're all daddy issues, and this, and they're depressed, and they're terrible people, and...
I wish there were more daddy issues. I get laid more.
Right? But no. No.
Some of them have loving relationships with their fathers.
We're incredibly fucking normal. I mean, we're not necessarily normal, but I also don't
definitely not normal.
No, but I don't think that we are any worse than anyone else.
Definitely not.
I don't think we're any worse than anyone else. I love my dad. Me and my dad have a great relationship.
Yeah,
We play Jeopardy.
the only bad misconceptions about the industry is, like, it's get rich quick, which it definitely isn't.
I mean,
Get middle class quick.
Yeah. But I mean, because okay, let's see. I used to get paid. So the way I got into porn was such a weird, like, fluke. I was dating this, like, I had a serious boyfriend. His friend was a Burning Angel girl. I can't even remember her name. She doesn't exist.
Plenty of Burning Angel girls have come and gone over the years.
Myself included. So she was doing a photo shoot with Driven by Boredom with Igor. And she was like, I need a girl to, like, do this photo shoot with me. And my boyfriend's like, hey, do you want to do this photo shoot with whatever the fuck her name? I'm like, sure, why not? And he's like tonight. I'm like, okay. So I end up in this hotel room with, Igor and this Burning Angel chick, and then all of a sudden it's, hey, you should apply to Burning Angel. I'm like, okay. So why not? So I applied to Burning Angel, and then I shop porn. It was just like this super random, weird friend of a friend.
I feel like that's a lot of the stories with a lot of the Burning Angel performers.
See, I'm my hermit. I stay in my little tank, my little hermit crab tank.
Well, Burning Angel is also not the same company than it was when I started hanging around, when you were in.
That was 2010, 8 years ago.
Yeah, that's about my time when I got around too.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. We're old.
It's been a while.
Old porn heads.
I know. I was doing the math the other day. I was like, 2010. I was like, it's 2018. Holy shit, it's almost been a decade.
Yep.
God.
It's fucking crazy.
I like the industry, though. I'm
thankful that I don't make my primary income from it.
I like it.
So if people are hiring, I'll do some more.
Anyone? Not me. I fire everyone.
Oh, you wouldn't fire me.
I fire everyone. I fired friends of mine.
Oh, no, because I actually work.
So do my friends. I fired like 2 graphic designers within like a few months.
Picky.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I can't do graphic design. Or else I would do it myself. But I can't.
You're the CFO. You're not supposed to be doing graphic design.
I don't do all of the things. Oh, I took some coding classes because I like wanted to be able to code shit. It was terrible. I'm not good at coding. That's not my... I'm not good at it.
Your brain just has to be a certain way. Like,
yeah.
I took coding class at one point. I'm like, yep, I'm just not, nope, just not built for this.
Yeah, like, it's super interesting to, like, I think it's fucking fascinating, but I'm terrible at it.
Just the ability to sit down and grind for that long.
Oh, God. That's how I feel on, like, the first business day of the month. Especially, like, first business day of a quarter. Oh, God. I just sit in front of QuickBooks, like, all day. And just stare at rows of numbers.
Ugh.
I love it.
Well, I'm happy you're happy about it. But
I love it.
The ability to sit and grind like that is why.
Oh, it's rough.
It's why I'm not a writer.
Or editors. Like video editors. The people that edit our stuff I don't know how they do it. They like have their own little editing caves. And they just fucking sit there like for hours and hours and hours and hours just watching porn and cutting and moving shit and dubbing and oh my God.
Thankfully,
Superhumans.
Editing this is not that intensive.
Well, at least you don't have to... It's not video.
Exactly.
At least you only have to do audio.
It's A, not that intensive, and B, I edit from the bar a lot of times.
Oh, well, like, you're lucky.
Yeah, I literally take this laptop, go to a local bar where a friend of mine's a bartender. I sit in a corner. I plug my laptop in. I put, like I said, these headphones on.
And just sit.
And sit and drink whiskey. Occasionally, like, it's like one headphone like this, so I can...
like a fucking sick DJ.
Well, there's actually been a couple times where people walked into the bar thought I was DJing. Like, no, man, I'm working my podcast.
I'm not DJing right now.
I'm not DJing this shit.
I did not play this garbage music right now.
But, I'll pause, have conversations with other patrons.
Yeah.
Get back into it.
See, that's good. You can't do that with porn.
Nope. And I get new listeners sometimes from my bar interactions. So, like...
It's like free marketing.
What's the podcast about? Well, I sit and drink and bullshit with interesting people. Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
I'm not one of those interesting people.
Shut up.
Sorry.
That's right. This episode's never going to see the light of day.
Never. Terrible.
Never, ever, 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 ever.
People are going to be like, who the fuck is this nerd? She's talking about, like, the world is a simulation and cryogenics. And she's making him look up weird facts, like how long Latin was used for.
And Christ's baller fucking cross.
and Jesus' baller cross.
I kind of wish I used, like, goofy fucking titles for the episodes again. Because I would totally be like, Christ's baller cross.
Right?
Or just baller cross.
You'd probably get so many more views that way.
Yeah, instead we changed
Instead
it
you're
up.
boring as shit.
I know, it's like, with guest name. Because that's, and now we drink with.
Now we drink with me.
Yay.
Ta-da.
But speaking of drinking and all that shit, is actually last call.
No.
Yeah.
It's not Chicago.
No.
We can't stay up till 5 a.m. drinking.
I mean, we definitely can. We definitely can. I don't have shit to do in the morning except edit this, so.
You edit that quickly? Oof.
Well, I have, because I'm going to Columbia for 10 days, I'm front-loading a bunch of shit so no one misses any content. Well, I may or may not have internet access.
You're welcome.
This one won't be out while I'm in Columbia.
I know. My ego escapes. I like to take credit.
Well, I appreciate it. Where can we find you on social media and everything that you're doing?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's always embarrassing. Well,
You're the one who changed it to this. It's not like this was your original, like,
I had to change it.
Why?
Because the brand, my leatherwork brand was named what my real personal Instagram was my brand name for my leatherwork, so I had to come up with a new name for my personal, and
see,
so
you didn't even plug your leatherwork tonight. What the hell?
Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Someone who used to be in marketing,
I know.
It's a bad plan.
Anyway.
You can plug it right now, though.
Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at bald-headed hoe with no E, because that's the proper bald-headed hoe 69 on Instagram and Twitter and wherever the fuck else.
Don't send her dicks, but slide into
Don't
the DMs.
send me dicks. I will publicly shame you.
That's revenge porn. You can't. As long as you shame them without showing the dick.
I don't show the dick.
Then you're good. But yeah,
Or their face.
I definitely had a friend who like turned around and reposted the fucking dick pic. I'm like, you can't do that in California. It's revenge porn.
Shit. Here I go again. First it was the Skittles, and now it's the revenge porn. I'm just like
Womp womp.
bound to end up in jail.
And where can they find your leather work?
At Nevermore Collective.
What
on
kind
Instagram.
And what kind of fun stuff are you doing with leather?
I don't know. I make purses and wallets and keychains and
No sex toys?
things. No, it's too much pressure.
To make a flogger?
I don't know. Those things are gnarly. That's like an intensive process to make.
But people pay for them.
They do. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into floggers or collars and leashes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Boom.
Boom.
We're gonna start.
Sell them on jamesdean.com.
No. Just kidding.
The
You
James
can.
Dean branded collar?
We used to make those. We used to have a bunch of floggers and collars and shit.
But not handmade ones.
No, we did not. But jamesdean.com is a good website.
Jamesdean.net is probably better.
jamesdean.net is great if you like Japanese gambling.
Woo! Who doesn't love Japanese gambling?
Right? I do. I don't know if I do.
I don't even really know how to play them like Plinko machines, but I definitely threw some money in them.
Because why not?
I had an attendant like have to show me how to operate the machine because I couldn't even figure out how to.
Help me!
I put money into it and it's just making noise. I'm like, I don't even know how to operate this fucking thing.
I just lost $50.
Like, I don't understand. How do you collect? How does that guy have piles of metal balls? I don't understand. In my confusion, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, Matt Slayer on Snapchat. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ on Instagram. You can always go to www.andnowwedrink.com for the website shit. Every Thursday, new episodes. You probably already fucking know that. Do us a solid. Go to iTunes, rate us 5 stars. Leave horrible comments. Leave great comments. Just put 5 stars behind it. It helps boost us in the charts. Helps other people find the show. More people know about the show, more guests I get, more entertainment comes your way. It's good for everybody.
Yes, it is.
And until next time, till next time.
See you later.